Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of the Idle Park Talk Show. Father's Day is around the corner, and for the second time, we are hosting some good friends of the show. They are Sisters of Valor. Sisters of Valor, welcome.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you guys, and also a special occasion for us because we are having the show for the very first time outdoors. So we're in the city of Chesimard in Dr. Yinton's backyard. So thank you for hosting us in your backyard. It's very lovely here. Welcome again.
Thank you.
And so we are actually backyard, like you said, so you would hear the birds chirping.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would be entertaining us all through this conversation. We might have a few kids playing around, but again, just so you know that is the reason why you hear all the little other noises.
Exactly.
Again, this is what it is, right? It's outdoors, and so we expect those sounds.
Yeah. Can you remind our viewers again, who are the Sisters of Valor?
The Sisters of Valor, we started. The conception was a couple of years back, but last year was when we said we need to set the ball rolling. And that's why we were there. We came to see you, to have the opportunity to speak out to our community. So they are aware there's a group called Sisters of Valor. We are 4 in number. I always call her my daughter, a Pathfinder, Rachel, and Mundo. And we have a Lolo, Patience. We call her Lolo International. Some people call her Lolo Mignon.
Yeah.
We know she's a mother to all our community people. She's a member of this noble group. And also Mani Lolo, Caroline, also great. She too, unfortunately, both of them are not able to be here today. But I know that they are very glad to know that we are sitting in for them as well.
Well, a little bit handicapped because of the pandemic that we all suffered from. You had things planned but could not execute them. So we are here this year, and there's a lot that is happening. We're going to talk a lot about the party that's coming up. But a very simple question: why celebrate fathers?
We sat and we were just discussing about our fathers, discussing about our husbands, and it was like, I think it is time we really need to make our husbands and our fathers to understand that we appreciate them. We appreciate them for being that role model fathers to our kids. And then we reflected our own parents, our own fathers, the role that they played in our lives. That is the reason why we've decided, and we know that there are other fathers out there who are not necessarily, including fathers who are biological fathers and those who are not necessarily biological fathers, to the children, the kids that they have acted as fathers to, So that is why we decided that charity begins at home. We'll start by thanking and celebrating our own husbands, our own fathers in our lives, and also reach out there and celebrate all the other fathers. And while we came with that idea, we decided to say, let's see if maybe any other group has ever celebrated fathers before, and then we realized that the idea was originally brought up by a lady, Sonora Smart, whose father brought them up single-handedly, 6 siblings. And she also decided that there was a need to celebrate fathers just as they celebrate mothers. So we were just like, oh wow, so this is all coming together.
Some flesh to that is Father's Day was an opportunity, like we're giving ourselves the opportunity to say thank you. Because some of us do appreciate the fathers to our kids, but we've not had the opportunity to say thank you. We do not even know that we could say thank you in so many ways. So this is exposure for us to be aware that we might be appreciating these men, but we also need to do something more besides appreciating them, and that's making noise for them publicly. This is where this is coming from. So we are holding our microphones and shouting out, please,
praising
these men,
they are doing their good job.
And I know somewhere as we deep dive into the conversation, we're going to be talking some other things that I don't want to bring up now. but it's just an opportunity for us to outrightly appreciate these fathers.
It's not a very popular idea to celebrate fathers. It's not as commercialized as Mother's Day and whatever. So were you surprised that is very little celebration? No, maybe not little, but not as compared to Mother's Day.
Or today, other days.
That's actually the reason why we decided.
So you guys are championing the path of celebrating fathers.
Right.
And you'll be surprised that there are so many women.
Yeah.
So many women who love the idea.
Yeah.
They are giving us massive support.
Right.
Yeah. So in short, we're going to get to the party part of it, but you're going to be surprised. That's what you're going to see on that particular day of the party.
Wow,
yeah.
Nice.
And also, the idea was so welcomed by the men themselves.
The men themselves. You think?
Who was
Yeah.
The men have taken over the party for us.
Yeah.
You know, the excitement.
Do you think men are good praise receivers?
Oh yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They are. You know, like we this time around, we are making like a video of photos. You need to see, photos that have come in.
I know.
You know, they are proud.
They're
proud to be out there demonstrating or doing some of those house chores, supporting their wives at home. You know, having that role, playing that role. On their kids, you understand? You're going to see the video that will come up, and you'll see the amazing pictures. That some fathers. Let me just not roll out the car out of the bag.
I think, Ghana, just follow up to your comment. I think men are good at downplaying when they are being appreciated. Not because they don't like it, but just because it's just in their nature not to, be out there and take the accolades and all that.
Exactly.
But I believe very strongly that I want to be celebrated, of course, and I'm sure every man out there want the same, right? Again, just before we, just to kind of define who a father is a little bit more clearly, some people would say that it's a combination of two things. I would ask you if you agree or disagree and what your comments, your observations are. They say, first of all, a father, to be called a father, you need to have provided the sperm that is used in conception. However you do provide it, but you need to do that. And then B is that you need to be part of raising the child, and to them those two components need to exist before anyone could be termed a father. I know you kind of mentioned it a little briefly, but I just thought we needed to kind of clarify. So do you agree or disagree to this opinion?
So my opinion is that to be a father contribute to whether it's a sperm or what, and you also have that role that you have to play, because you just having a child and not taking care of the child how does that work?
Doesn't qualify you.
What motivated us to celebrate is because of the role that our men, our husbands and our fathers played. You understand? And played. That is what motivated us. So it's not just because they gave birth to us. You understand? And in any father who doesn't necessarily biologically father that child, who plays that role, father-like role, is a father. You qualify to be a father. You know, my husband, I will say this, he lost his dad when he was months old. It is his uncle that sponsored him through to school. You know who he is, how he impacts the community. If that uncle didn't play that role as a father,
would have a different person.
I wouldn't have had the type of partner that I have today, smiling and shining all the time. You know, it is because of that. Did he biologically father him? No. Will you say because he didn't biologically father him, he is not his father? You're wrong.
You can't say that.
So exactly.
A father necessarily is not one that
biologically.
That's a rule out for me. It's not. Because we have cases where we have biological, and they didn't do
anything.
Exactly.
You know, so what we are coming and buttressing here is we would love to have that fatherly presence in any kid's life. Irrespective. You know, and those are the persons or the people who will be celebrating on the 18th. everybody, anybody that has
played
a child, that has been that role model, that has played that role in any kid's life, you're going to be celebrated. Also, aspiring fathers, all those who are looking forward
to becoming one.
It's a platform for you to come. You'd see the excitement, you learn from them, you share their experiences, you see where you're lacking, you grow from stories that people will get to see on that day. So it's just an opportunity for us to celebrate everybody, whomever feels you have that role. And luckily for us in this part of the world, we get to opportunities like that because we are considered the fortunate ones, and we have people back home whose hands we are holding all the time. So you're either helping a kid go to school, helping your cousins or your junior brothers or your junior sisters. You know, that's parenting.
It's easy to have a child. But it's not easy to be a father, right? Anybody can have a child if they want, but not everybody can be a father in the sense of the word, like being able to play the role and to support and to be present and to be part of that, right? It's difficult, people, I guess. Men,
so what are these roles that fathers play?
I'm going to break it into a couple of sections. And the paramount for me is in the household setting, you know, where we live with them day to day, where you see fathers or the fathers to our children building that bond and connection with their kids. However they're doing it, but they are more exposed to their children. They play with them, they take care of them, they bathe them, they drop them at school, they sit and watch TV, take them to movies. That bonding it stands out. It's so strong for a child's upbringing. Because you're bringing them close to you. They're comfortable, so they can run to you at any time for anything and everything. You know, so that's one for me.
It shows, sorry to interrupt, it shows that men can be emotional to that, because most men would think, oh, what's the point? Like, having a relationship with a kid requires a lot of emotion, showing a lot of emotion. Your child has a little boo somewhere. You need to be emotional, right, to be able to connect all that
in the manly way.
I have, like, you will be surprised that there are fathers here who cry when their kids are sick.
Of course. So there's a lot of that, which is something that you would not expect. Well, when I was just a man without kids, I would never have thought that I could have the level of emotions I have now when it comes to kids, right? So I just wanted to add to that, to that point. Sorry, go ahead.
And then we have the financial component. You know,
that's Ghana's component.
Ghana's component.
Unfortunately, in this part of the world, we have put a man in a situation where we get to share lots of stuff. Okay, that's one difference we'll talk about. You know, we're trying to differentiate in our African context and this part of the world, but we still acknowledge the role of fathers financially in the lives of
raising the children,
and also social. The social limitations that come with parenting here, because if you didn't have children back home, we have nannies, we have aunties, uncles, all that to take care of children, so you can walk in and out of your house to go and socialize. But here we have to make arrangements. You have to make sure your wife is available at certain times, make sure your programs will give you that flexibility to step out once in a while, or even when you step out, you have to go with your kids, you're rushing back,
of course,
based on your family routine. You're going to bed and all of that. So that's another thing where you really see the sacrifice fathers are making in the world, and we cannot take that for granted. You know, and then also religious. We leading. Church routine. back home, depending on the homes that we grew up in, we have our routines. We go to church, we pray at home. So here you see also those parents who are so engaged in their families, family time. 9 o'clock, you know, my time to pray. It's 8:30. Everybody, we have to pray. Daddy, mommy, whoever is wherever, we have to pray. You know, and now the interesting thing, who runs that? Fathers do, They would remind the kids, you know, soon it will be time to pray. They lead prayers. So just I don't know if I'm missing something.
No, you're not missing.
Annie, maybe I should ask you a question. Moms, some argue that moms can do these things too. What perspective do you think fathers bring that is different from mothers?
I can't really say it is a different perspective. All I can say is just the mindset, you know, considering that we come from back home in Cameroon, where it's not normal or it's not okay from the way the society there has made it to be that you find a father doing all of these things, right? Here you realize that it is normal. It is normal. And I want to believe that it is normal because we don't have the help as compared to back home that doctor just highlighted, where you have maybe mothers, in-laws, friends, neighbors assisting. You know, the society has made it in such a way that you have to do those things. And I'm so happy, and again, that's the reason why we are celebrating. I'm so happy that a lot of these men take it with an open mind. You understand? I understand that some are still struggling. And again, that's another reason why we are here, to sensitize that all of your other friends are doing it. We thank those who are doing it. We encourage them. We support them. We love them for doing that. You know, and for those who are not doing it, please, it doesn't cost anything. That it's a team spirit.
I just wanted to put the same question to Ghana. You think what perspective do men bring in?
I think men have different perspective, the way they look at life, and not to say that it's a loggerhead, but it's a complementary role. We have different ways that we look at stuff. Take for example, if you tell your husband you're pregnant, what your thoughts, women's thoughts are different. Men's thoughts are different. The man is thinking, oh, how am I going to provide for this child? The woman is thinking, how am I going to get out of this pregnancy and bring this child to birth and stuff. Those are two complementary roles that have to work in sync to have a good dynamics within the family. And it's so unfortunate that nowadays they try to put them at loggerheads, like it's men against women, try to pitch those two together. Meanwhile,
fathers against
symbiosis.
Mothers.
Because if you have things like men can be women and women can be men, then you make it as if those roles are interchangeable.
But we respect to fatherhood. We respect to there's a child here. We respect
with
that.
What are they?
How do we bring a different perspective?
I think we do.
We're raising.
I think we do. In terms of showing boys how to treat women, showing women how to pick men that are respectful to them. Fathers play a critical role in teaching their children that, and I think the perspective that they bring is how do you as a man should act, if you get what I mean. I don't think
I really agree with that, honestly, and I'm going to speak to it because I grew up in a home where my dad was my role model of blessed memory, but his impact on me was so strong. And growing up as a kid, I admired my father so much that I kept praying to have a husband like my father. I prayed inside, I prayed outside. From small, I started telling my mom I need to get a husband like my father. My community, my church, they knew. And today, I'm blessed with a husband that reflects my father. You know? And he's the reason for which we are seated here today. The whole idea of celebrating fathers stemmed up from
him. Right.
I saw my dad raise up and my husband helping his children. He's a model. he is simple, and he will do everything and anything for you.
Yeah, exactly.
So what other way was it? And I'm like, this whole talk about women, and we keep relocating men to the back, and even the fact that we are in a community where they're even more hidden, we don't hear.
You don't hear about them, right? Yeah.
It's about time we make noise.
Yeah.
Because they deserve it. And we appreciate you so much. I do a lot. Because even if we have some naughty men.
We do, yeah.
Yes. So if you're in a home, and maybe because I had the opportunity to compare, I got to appreciate mine a lot.
Right, yeah.
Because I've been in a situation in the Western world where someone still was sick, would have his food served, he wouldn't take the plate.
Even to the kitchen, right?
To the sink.
Yeah.
The wife will do that with 3 kids.
Yeah.
You know, someone who came visiting from Montreal, well, you're back there, you're coming with 3 kids and your wife. You don't expect the same scenario because you had 3 house girls back in Cameroon.
Yeah.
Right.
You think it's going to be the same here.
Yeah.
And that lady was killing herself to death. And then you come to your own house and your husband is there. He would wash the plate, he would wash the child. Please let me do this while you do that. And you can collaborate, and life gets so easy. With the family, we cannot.
You don't buy those things, right? Do you?
Yeah. So coming back to your point, Ghana, how you parent, you might think you're just doing those things.
Yeah, they're watching and they pick up those things, man. And another thing, like, how do you react to conflict as a man? Fathers maybe unknowingly teach their children how to react to it. Are you focused on the problems and solving the problems, which I think fathers do a lot, or are you just swallowed up or overwhelmed by the emotions and stuff? I think unfortunately women are that way, so fathers try to bring calm and directions in terms of problem solving. And I think that's an important but not to say there's anything wrong with emotions, but fathers have a different way of looking at things. And I really want to emphasize that I don't want to make the conversation be against men versus women, because that's a lot of what you hear in the media. But I think there's a middle ground where men and women collaborate and bring different perspectives. That I think has been working for ages.
And again, just to clarify, perspectives, you can't say one is better or worse than
exactly.
other. It's just they're different.
They're different,
right? So we're not putting them and trying to compare which one is good, which one is bad. We're just saying men look at it differently from women. Again. Different strengths from different strengths and different weaknesses too, right?
Yeah, no, that's very true. You know, it's not some sort of a comparison.
Yeah.
It's a collaborative effort.
Right.
A man and a woman is a team.
It's a team, right?
You know, it's a team, and homes do operate differently.
Exactly.
There are some homes where the emotions will come from the man, or it will come from the woman. You know. That it is extremely important, because most women are being known for being very emotional with things and stuff like that, and that's one of the reasons why I am really so happy and blessed with the kind of husband that I have, because he will be that one who would say in a situation. I remember a situation where I just got so mad at our daughter, you know, and he came and he was like, what happened? He asked me and I explained to him, and then he started questioning me, asking me one question at a time, and he was like, did you check it out this way? Did you check it out this way? And I'm like, oh my God, I really got so mad for no good reason, you know, and I'm like, oh, thank you so much, you know. So we cannot really minimize that. You know, it is very, very important. I'll also quote another example with someone like my dad, who is super awesome. We talked about him last time. I don't really want to reiterate or talk more about, but he's an awesome father, a father from back home who was totally different from any other father that we know, and all the attributes and qualities that we know back home. You know, he always keeps a low profile. When situations are going on and off. You just see him staying quiet, and he'll just say, yeah, but why don't you do it this way? Why don't you think this way? You know, and he is the one who really helped us to be who we are today, because again, he sponsored my mom. My mom was out there studying to support the family. You know, he was there also supporting us and teaching us how to pray, as we are talking about prayer time every evening, 8 o'clock. We have to be home. It doesn't matter whether it's Christmas Day, 28th May, 11th February, we have to be home at that time for prayers, you know, so, and a lot of other things. So the role that fathers play in the kids' life is very important. Some fathers also come with that I would say some sort of because a lot of women, as they're emotional, they are somehow soft towards the kids, but the fathers come in with some level of strictness, you know, which is really needed for discipline. Now let me say discipline, you know, the discipline that they will instill in the house is very, very important. So it is something that we're really thankful for.
We've kind of talked a little bit about some of the similarities and the differences in fathering from back home Cameroon, where we come from, and the fathers that we know here. Could we talk a little bit about why does that? Why do we here, fathers here, father a little bit different from our fathers back home? Can you think of any reason why I, for example, learning from my father how to parent, how to be a father, and then coming here and realizing that there are certain things about what I learned from fathering back home that I can't do here, that I need to change? Why are more fathers now making the change? And I would say upgrading. I don't know if that's the right word to use.
Adapting.
Time.
I guess.
There are so many factors. You have time. You have the society itself.
We have time.
It's a cultural thing.
Yeah, time has changed.
The present time.
Time has changed. Because evolvement. I want to believe that even back home in Cameroon, so many people's mentality have changed. Technology is another great input to all of that, and we also have the society. The society in which we live in plays a great role to that.
Doctor, you mentioned culture. I'm pretty keen about that. Could you explain a little bit?
With culture, you know, where we are from back home, like our society just puts you, a child is not your child alone. It's everybody's child. You might have born that child, but you're not raising that child alone. It takes a village to raise a child. That's what they say. Right. So that exposure to external family and the community that child is being raised in gives a different perspective of parenting versus here, where my thing is my thing.
I know.
This house is
my house. It's you, right?
I stay here. This neighbor.
You don't know.
Right? This my neighbor is high. I know they have 2 kids and 3 kids. The other one, in fact, let me talk about the culture now. My neighbor to the front is Indian. I can't say hi to him and pass. There's no way. He would want to engage in conversation. That's where another
culture comes in here.
The child would yell at Kira or Killian on the road. Hi, how are you doing? Want to come play over?
Right.
So those are the cultural things we are faced with. So here, even if we wanted to, we don't have that flexibility and interaction to have other people in. Back home, even you leave a child in the house and tell your neighbor
to watch over there, and they will.
I'm going to buy Maggie.
And they will. So
they'll call you police if they know the child is in the house.
Back home, somebody will even beat you on behalf of your dad somewhere. Do you think it's more of an involvement of time, or more culture, or a combination of both? Because I want to think, looking at people, my friends in Cameroon, there's a lot of change in fathering. I mean, they're more involved in their children. I want to think it's how time has evolved more for most people. I don't know if you guys share that.
I think it's a mixture of all of those. It's a mixture of all of those. If we are talking about the parents here, I want to believe that the society has played a great role. And so it's like it's a ripple effect. Everything that's happening back home, with time, exactly. Back, so it's a ripple effect. That's why you realize that even civilization and all of those things. So it just goes. It just follows that same flow, right? So
can you think of one disadvantage of the way we're fathering now than the way our fathers did back in the days?
At the top of my head, there is just no disadvantage.
Some people say there's a lot of softness in terms of disciplining children.
When you say a lot of softness from
dads are more relaxed.
So fathers are more soft and more relaxed.
Yeah, it's more of a friendship relationship than a father-child relationship.
How it should be. That's what we did not enjoy. But now I am happy our kids are growing up that way. The fact that they are growing with friends and not parents. But that aspect of discipline is still there. Trust me.
I think it has to be both. It has to be both. I would have wanted my father to be a very good friend, and also to be the father that he is. And I think that's the role I want to play to my kids. I want to be the friend that you come to if you have anything.
I'm just scared that
but I also want to be able to
say this.
The friendship part is what we've added to all of this.
Exactly.
Discipline has not left.
Well, but some argue that people's father are softer now. No, I'm just scared because you can swing the pendulum so far the other way that your children become just your friends, and you cannot enforce any rules at home.
So it goes back to the society, right? It goes back to the society where we live in, because back home in Africa you can beat a child, but now here
you can do that.
You can't really do that. So that plays a role, and then it now gives us a different perspective of how to still train those children to be respectful, responsible, obedient, smart, intelligent. You understand? So we now have to. Some people just go directly into yelling at their kids. You understand? And others try. You use it helps us to improve on ourselves.
It does help
because we start brainstorming. What else can I really do to make this child do what I tell them to do?
Discipline.
And then you start realizing that you need to be consistent. Consistency. If you tell a child, do not place this cup here, don't just forget, because they will place it. If you tell them the second time, I said, don't place that cup there, they will do it. They start listening from the third time, fourth. But in Africa, number one time, you don't do, number two time, slap.
And that was the only way we knew anything.
You understand?
Smacking and beating. This world has given us options.
Exactly.
Better options.
Better options. Right. So I wouldn't say there is a disadvantage. It also helps us in our own personal development and a better society, a better home.
So you two are daughters. You as well have kids. You have daughters as well. So I just wanted to ask, what do you think as the importance of your fathers to you and your husbands who are fathers to your daughters? How do you think, what importance do you put in that relationship between, specifically not the child generally, but specifically the father and the daughter? Because
that's a special relationship.
One would argue that it's a very special relationship. But how do you guys? How do you see? How have you experienced it? Because of course, like I said, you've been daughters to fathers too, right? So
my daughter to me, being a daughter to my father is the best thing. It's the best gift ever for me, because I had a special bond. I was so attached to my dad. And I think I loved him too much, and I looked up to him too much. He became a pace setter for so many things for me. I wanted to imitate him in so many ways. Because he stood out in so many ways, from academics, how he took academics, how involved he was. And my dad was so involved in my life. All my academics, up till now, where I am, it's just because of my dad. He kept pushing me and encouraging me, and I see same bond between my husband and
father to your daughter, of course.
My God. It's so strong. He's so strong to my daughter, my daughter is like, you see that connection.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, you guys.
Who do you? Who again? I'm not trying to compare, but who do you think she goes to first when she has an issue?
It depends the issue.
That's a good way to answer. Okay, I mean you get
it. Doctor and myself in this particular light, we share so many similarities. My dad, physically, I'm the only one in our house or in my house who looks the same like my dad. So I have that personal. Until today, my mom will always say, "You keep on supporting your dad." I said, "No, I'm just being objective."
You're objectively biased.
Yeah, he is a role model. A role model to me, to my siblings, and to every person who comes across him.
No, that's good.
Big or small, he is a role model. He is the best thing that has ever happened to my life when I was growing up. You understand? And until now, like, he's an awesome father. I can't really stress that enough. He taught us so many things, taught us how to pray, taught us how to sing, taught us how to dance. I know how to dance thanks to my dad.
Okay, now let's talk about the party.
So he is an awesome person. And the same attributes that he has are the ones that my husband also has. He is an awesome guy. Blessed and happy to have him as my husband. And I'm so blessed in such a way that I have so many awesome fathers in my life. My kid brother, he is a role model. You understand? My sisters, they are married to awesome men. Or like, there are so many. My friends here, you guys, you are awesome fathers. You know, we have so many awesome fathers in our community. So many. So we have that reason to celebrate you.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the party. So you guys have a party coming up June 18th to celebrate fathers.
Yeah, we have a party that is coming up. We are so happy. And because we started this journey about 2 years ago, and because of the pandemic, we couldn't really go out there and make that noise that Doctor mentioned at the beginning of the show. So we were limited to just taking some photos of fathers, you know, to come up with a video that we shared on our social media platforms, and a message to the fathers to thank them. And the following year, we did a video. You all saw very amazing videos of your families wishing you a happy Father's Day. And this year, we just can't wait anymore because the pandemic is almost out of our way, and we have that opportunity to go out there and have this party. So it is a dream come true. Last year, we said we were going to have this party this year. Now is the time for us to go out there and make some noise for you guys.
So what can we expect? What
the party?
What can we expect?
What can the fathers expect?
Fathers, I guess that's what I'm talking about.
We can't let the cat out of the bag.
There's a bird.
There's a lot.
There's a lot to expect.
There's a lot, and just that, having that special day already, it's something. It means the world to us. You know, that we can pull out everybody, all fathers from Calgary, give the opportunity for you to come join your wife, your children, the community to celebrate you. It's a wonderful thing. And that's what we are so looking forward to. And we are so gratified by how you've embraced the idea. Honestly, a big shout out and thanks to you, all of you. I don't want to name names, but the support is huge. And we appreciate each and every one of you for just being there and helping us to see that we start. It's a baby that got born.
It's growing.
2 years ago,
it's growing.
It's actually crawling. Come the 18th, and we'll take a baby step. The first baby step will happen on the 18th. So it's huge for us. So we are happy, we are glad, we are excited. Like I said, there's some special package that we have. We don't want to let it out right now. It's not going to be a surprise anymore. So we just invite you all to come We have our tickets available. I know some members of the community
have a ticket already. Yeah.
You can reach out to Annie, Lolo, and Manikaro, or myself for your tickets.
Right.
It's $30 a ticket. We also have tables. It's ranging from, we have put them in categories. The gold is $1,000. We have some gone already. We have silver too. It's $500, and the bronze is $350. So please come and join us on the 18th.
Come early, please. Come early, because we will have to. We should come early and
for
celebrate.
The surprise.
The it is going to be on June 18th. The hall is the Crossroads Community Hall. The address is 1803 14th Avenue Northeast in Calgary.
Okay. Just to say, we're going to be there. Park will be there. We'll be asking the fathers and wives and children questions about their fathers. So be ready to, pay some nice tributes to your fathers on that day. I think we're coming to an end, but just to mention, this is the first of many things that you guys are going to be doing in the future. What is the future for Sisters of Valor? This is the Idle Park Talk Show, and we were joined by
Sisters of Valor.
Thank you.